you're creating a group coaching program and you're not sure how to price it, then I know how you feel. I remember when I switched from one-on-one coaching to group coaching and was not sure how to price it. And in fact, early on, I assumed that because I was moving from one-on-one to group, that I should drop the price because the group coaching would be somehow less valuable. In this video, I'm gonna share with you why you might not wanna do that and how to price your group coaching program effectively, both to deliver tremendous value to your clients and also to make money yourself. First off, before I get into exactly how to price your group coaching program, I want to just share with you that this is a business model that I love. There are so many benefits to having a group coaching practice. First of all, it's a great way to grow your income and your impact because it helps you leverage your time. Not only that, it actually delivers more value to your clients because there's magic in a group format that, quite honestly, neither you nor I could ever develop just on our own. I've personally experienced the magic of being in a group format many, many times, both as a participant and also as the leader. And I'll tell you that in both scenarios, it's been a game changer for me. The problem that I came across when I was pricing my group coaching program, and the problem that I see so many of my clients face, is that they focus so much of their pricing strategy on their effort and their time instead of their outcomes that they deliver. And what happens is when you price that way and you think about group coaching, you would immediately assume that group coaching is then less valuable than one-on-one coaching. And I want to help you, encourage you, invite you to think different. Meaning, actually, in my experience, group coaching can have a lot more value than one-on-one coaching. And that's because when you deliver value in a group environment, there's magic that gets created in that group that you did not create yourself. In other words, there's only so much magic that can just come out of you and your client in a one-on-one relationship. But when you start to add other relationships in the group, especially if those people are aligned in their values, if they're like-minded, if they're at similar levels, then they can deliver value to each other that you don't have to deliver. And that can create even more value in the group. And so I invite you and encourage you not to price your group program based on how much time it takes you to deliver it, but rather by focusing on the outcome that your group program delivers to your clients. And remembering that in a group environment, you might have more accountability, more sharing of best practices, more cross-pollination of opportunities, right? So there are things that you can create in a group that add even more value. The solution to this problem is to remember, and sometimes you'll have to remind yourself again and again, that there is magic in the group format. And as long as you can harness that magic, you can charge for it. So that means that you don't have to charge less for your group program. You can actually charge more because you're gonna deliver more value than you could ever imagine delivering all by yourself. So as you start to set the price for your group program, the very first thing I'd like you to think about is, what are your intentions? What is it that you're looking to create? And I'm looking at this from two angles. On the one side is, what are you looking to create for you? What kind of model, what kind of offering, what kind of program would really support you? How do you like to deliver your services? So that's the first question. What kind of a program are you looking to design, and how will that program serve you and feel for you? On the other side is, what kind of program do your clients need? What would serve them? How could you deliver the content, this transformation, this outcome in a way that feels joyful and energy rich for them? And then from those two places coming together to start to design your program, nail down what the value is, and put a price on it. So as you look at how to price your group coaching program, one of the things you'll want to consider is, what is your long-term vision? Are you looking to create a mass model with a lot of people at a low price point? Or are you looking to create a more tight-knit and intimate culture with fewer people at a higher price point? In my world, I've chosen the latter. I've decided to go with a tight-knit group, intimate, small, and high ticket. And the reason I've done that is because I'm building a culture of people who are game changers, building a culture of people who are leaders and leading their own tribes. And so I want to be able to have more intimate, deeper, closer, longer lasting relationships where I can really invest in my clients rather than having people come and go. See, for me, my business model isn't just about a business. It's really about my purpose on this planet and why I'm here. And I feel that my model is more conducive to the kind of work that I want to create in the world. So you'll have to ask yourself, what's your vision? Take this model out 5, 10, even 20 years. Do you still want to be doing it? Who do you want to be working with? How much do you want to be working? How closely do you like to work with your clients? And here's something that you may not think about, which I didn't think about. I used to think I didn't want to do all that much work with clients. I used to fantasize about being at the top of a mountain, sipping a margarita or something like that, and that I didn't want to work all that hard. But what I ended up finding was once I created alignment, once I started aligning the work I was doing with my clients with what I love to do the most, and not doing a lot of the implementation work that I used to do. And once I started aligning with the clients that I really felt called to serve, work didn't feel like work anymore. It felt a lot more like play. And so I like to say work and play every day. Work is like play, and while I'm playing, my business is working without me. So think about what kind of vision you have for yourself, what you might enjoy doing, and whether a more mass model or a more boutique model might be more conducive to that vision. So now you want to decide what is the outcome for your client and what is that outcome worth. Now here's the interesting thing. When we're looking at pricing from the perspective of our time and our effort, then it's more time and more effort to work with people one-on-one, so we tend to want to raise that price up higher. But when we look at helping people in a group format, we often think, well, it takes less time and effort, so there must be less value, so let me lower the price. Now I want to really emphasize that that is not the best way to set the price for a group package. Instead, come back to what's the outcome they're going to get. And here's an important question. How is this outcome supported by them being in a group rather than just on their own? Once you get clear about the fact that being in a group can actually deliver more value to your client and can elevate that experience, then you're ready to put a price on it. It's spreadsheet time. This is one of my favorite parts about designing business models and pricing. So here are some of the things you might want to consider including in your spreadsheet to project the kind of revenues that you're going to make with the pricing that you're choosing. So what I recommend doing is creating a spreadsheet and then filling in these numbers and creating the formulas so that you can change the price and you can change the number of people and you can change all the variables and see how it affects your bottom line. And if you don't have a tool like this, then I invite you to set up a call with me because I do, and I can do this with you. You can do that by clicking on the link below or going to superstaractivator.com/go. So anyway, some of the things you'll want to include there are how many people need to buy your package, what's the price point of your package, what would be the total revenues generated from that program, what is the back end offer of your packages, and how often are you collecting the back end revenues? If you found this valuable and you want to go deeper, I highly recommend checking out my other video, my related video, how to run group coaching sessions. Here I talked about how to price your program, but in there I talk about how to deliver it so that you maximize the value and minimize your time. If you're at a place in your business where you're moving from one-on-one coaching to a group model, and you could use some insight and some support from someone who's done it successfully and helped a lot of clients do it successfully, then let's chat. You can book a call with me at superstaractivator.com/go, or just click on the link below and set up a time for us to connect. And on that call, I promise you that no matter what else happens, you will walk away with good insights and perspectives about how you can up-level your group coaching program. I'll see you soon.